trained to pass their FMGE exam. With President Vladimir Putin and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, yes, a good friend.
We have this hostel in front of the university.
So students from India is quite a big part of our international students. The fourth year, when you become the student of general medicine, you have the contact with the patient. More than 300 hospitals, more than 10 years we are in this process of...
Why should an international student choose Tyumen State Medical University? Hello dear students, this is Tyumen State Medical University and we are with the Rector of Tyumen State Medical University to answer all your questions and also the questions which you may have any doubts about the university. So we are with the Rector of Tyumen State Medical University, Alexey. Hello. How are you?
Thank you, I'm fine.
Okay, so now we'll be discussing about the problems and the questions which students may have in India. And we will be answering some of their questions and some of the problem which normally students have. And with our experience, we will answer these questions so that in future they will not be having the same problems. So let's go to the questions. Among the many medical universities in Russia, why should an international student choose Tyumen State Medical University?
First of all, because Tyumen Medical University has quite a big and good experience in educating international students. More than 10 years we are in this process of learning and educating, giving one of the best educations in Russia to international students. We have graduates who continued their education in Russian universities, who come back to their motherland countries and start to practicing as doctors. We have many graduates from India, and of course our university is very highly ranked among Russian universities and has a very good clinical base. More than 300 hospitals, the modern hospitals, the very good hospitals that are in the Tyumen region, in Tyumen city, are the clinical base of our university.
Okay, so my next question, how would you compare medical education in Russia and India in terms of quality and clinical training?
I would say that in India, first you learn theoretical part of medicine. You learn the basic disciplines that you have to go to the clinic after that. In Russia, it's a little bit different.
A little bit practically oriented.
Yes, a little bit practically oriented. And all the theoretical part is already includes the practice. So you come to the third, the fourth year when you become the student of general medicine, you have the contact with the patient. Medical education in Russia, it is peculiar and it is specific with its ability to contact with the patient.
Is it true that from the first year onwards in Tyumen State Medical University, we have practicals for 15 days and at the end of the first year, we have practicals of 1 month. And after that, every year we have practicals in hospitals, in highly ranked hospitals in Tyumen State Medical University at the end of each year.
Absolutely. Yes, you're absolutely right. After every year, we have the practice in the hospital. First, you practice, you work as an assistant of the nurse, then you have the practice of the nurse, then you have the practice of a doctor assistant, then you have the practice of the doctor in the ambulatory practice, and so on. So every year, you have the practice in one of the hospitals of Tyumen region.
Okay. And what is the key difference in the approach to training doctors in Tyumen State Medical University?
We can say that we have one of the best professors and teachers in all the Russia. So every professor, every teacher at our university is also a doctor as well. He combines his teaching practice with clinical practice. So he can share his experience, his clinical experience with students.
And I also understand in Tyumen State Medical University, many teachers, they work and they take the classes of students over their work. So if they have some interest in cases or something, they right away, not dependent on the practicals, right away they show these students in the class.
Absolutely. Absolutely, you're right, Prajamal. And you are as the graduate of our university, you can confirm this information. And we can also, I can say that we have English medium programs in general medicine and dentistry. And many our teachers who teach international students speak very good English and can share their experience, can share their clinical experience with students in good English.
So the next question, many students in India dream of becoming doctors, but cannot secure government seats due to high competition in India. How does studying abroad, particularly in Russia, and if you go more particular, in Tyumen State Medical University, how we can help solve this problem?
Actually, our university is always happy to meet students from India. We have many international students, more than 1,000 from different countries, from 45 plus. And actually, students from India is quite a big part of our international students. And of course, we make our best. We try our best to make
Your dream come true.
yeah, make dream come true. Try to make a comfortable stay in the hostel. Try to make the comfortable educational process for our
Yeah, and so then students will also get the good exposure of the students and the people from the other countries.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
they can share their mentality. And also in India, we say that Indian graduate always lived in India.
Mhm.
And the foreign graduates, they are more, means these students can live anywhere in the world. If they survive here, they can live not only in India, they can live anywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
And how is university is interested in international students, and why especially in students from India?
First of all, because our countries have very good relationship.
Yes.
India and Russia are friends. Our relationship, and that makes a good basement for education, for education exchange for Indian students to come to Russia and to get one of the best medical education in the world.
Yeah, even apart from the other cities of Russia, in Tyumen, people really they respect Indians and they love Indians. Also in the university, teachers are, when you say that you are from India, teachers have other emotions to you,
Of course.
and also they connect you with the people from the this country where we have too much sun and we always smile. And
Absolutely, of course. And we are happy when the students from India come to Tyumen, to Russia. They bring the part of their culture to our culture and this intercultural
and
exchange.
also the positivity.
Absolutely, of course.
Yes. How would you compare medical education in Russia and India in terms of quality and clinical training? Is it different? Is there any difference in the material?
Uh, the material, I don't think that it differs a lot. I can say that in Russia we have more practical orientation.
Yes.
Starting from the very first year, starting from the very beginning of education, we have the ability to contact with patient. We have the ability to work with the real patient, trying to learn the diseases, trying to learn the theoretical part.
And right away do the practical.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
From the very beginning of education, we have the practical approach, more practically orientated approach.
Yes. Even I will say it's a very good thing about Russia that right away anything we learn theoretically, right away we have the practical thing for that. Are there additional classes or academic support system for international students?
Yes, there are. We have additional classes for international students as well. We help them to train to pass their FMGE exam. Yes,
So these are for the Indian students.
for the Indian students.
Yeah, and these are the extra from the main classes.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and after this, they can have means they can study something in their classes that is similar to other students also, and they will be getting extra for the exams.
Absolutely. Of course. Of course.
Yes.
Plus to their main educational program, which is absolutely complete and full, they have the ability to learn some things better that they need in India to pass their FMGE exam.
So like this, they can not only prepare for the FMG exam and the other exams for the other countries also.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, because everywhere the medical system and medical knowledge is same. And
Yes.
here we will just let's say give them more oriented to
Yes.
pass for the FMG.
Individual approach.
Yes.
Individual approach.
And how comfortable is it for international students to study in terms of language?
Actually, we have English medium program for Indian students. We provide the ability to learn medicine in English. And of course, we understand that living in Russia and communicating with Russian patients, students have to learn and master Russian language as well. Because it's very important for communication with local people, it is crucially important to communicate with patient because, as I have already said before, we have a very practically orientated education, and we provide the ability for the students to work with patients starting from the very beginning of the educational process.
So the students will be having their main classes in English language, and after this, they will be having Russian language as a subject
Of course.
to study and to master the Russian language. So
Yes.
till which course, till which year they will be having this Russian language?
Russian language they will have till the sixth course.
So entire period of
Yes.
study, they will be having one subject
Yes.
as a Russian language.
Russian will be till the end of the education
It's
process,
very interesting.
until they get the diploma.
Yeah, because many of other universities in Russia, they don't have this.
Mm.
They don't teach students how to live in Russia. But as I am also the student of this university,
Mm.
and I can say this, the Tyumen State Medical University not only teach you medicine, but they teach you how to live in Russia.
And that's very important, of course.
This is very important because if you come to other countries, you just had not come just to sleep in this country. You came to be the person, not only the doctor, as a professional, maintained and trained person in Russia. And believe me, it's very, very proud thing.
Of course.
Are there difference in training between Russian and international students?
Actually, the educational program is the same.
Mhm.
Russian students and international students learn the same subject, learn the same medicine, no difference. But of course, international students, they have to learn Russian language, as we have already spoken before. That's a little bit different for them. And of course, they learn medicine in English. So they learn medicine in English, and plus to that, they learn Russian as much as possible. That is one thing. The other thing, international students, not only international, but Russian as well, have many abilities for extracurricular activities.
Yeah, I listened. They have some surgical classes also, which they can do not only the real patient, also they can do on the main. They can practice there.
Of course.
And
Yeah,
they
hands-on education.
yeah, and apart from the main classes, they have these extra type of classes,
Yes,
and
yes.
they can live the life of the university. And
Absolutely.
main thing, the ability and the real medical life. Also, is it true that the students have not only the Russian language, if they want to learn the Spanish language, if they want to learn the Arabic language,
Yes,
they can go
yes.
and
We have Chinese speaking class, we have Arab speaking class, we have English speaking class, we have Russian speaking class. So Tyumen Medical University is a very intercultural environment. We have students from as many as 45 countries all around the world. So it's intercultural exchanges.
yeah.
That's what
So
it is.
Tyumen Medical University is not just a university; it's the small art. Where
Yes.
you can have all the different cultures
Yes.
and everyone support and respect each other.
Absolutely, yes. And we also have extracurricular activity in sports, in dancing, in singing. So every talent you have, you can show yourself.
And can you say what accommodation conditions are provided to the students?
You mean the hostel?
Yes.
Every international student, in case he wants to live in the hostel, in the campus, has such an ability.
And also the very good thing about Tyumen that we have this hostel in front of the university.
absolutely.
Just 200
Nearby.
meters, 200 meters.
Yes,
And there they have good conditions of living. And yeah, and also the very cheap.
yes, very cheap,
Very cheap.
available.